Hi guys, Tom here, America's favorite hoarder. On to day 17 of the KC Bier Co. Advent calendar. Box is starting to fall apart. All my lids are opening up. Let's see what we get. Come on. I didn't want to do that. Don't want to peek at 23 either. I think I already opened 23. Yes, I did. Trying to use logic. Sometimes logic escapes me. That there's 15 different beers in this 24 pack box. I thought the first 1 through 15 would go in logical order of newness, as each one would be unique, but I was wrong once again. But anyway, I can't get in this way. Maybe I can. I don't want to cheat. I've already had 7, 9, and 12. Like I said, 23. There's 17. Appears to be a can. Let's get that can out. Let's go with the pickle. What do we have today? We close it. Now it opens. Never mind. We have a KC Bier Co. Hefeweizen, Bavarian style wheat ale. I do like a Hefeweizen. Now, the only thing I could hope for with this, it's unfiltered, pale and hazy appearance. So that would, let's read it first. Pale and hazy appearance, a bready malt sounds good. Low bitterness sounds good. Aroma of fruit, spice, produced by a nutritionist from Bavarian yeast strain. 5.2% ABV. 13 IBUs, 12 fluid ounces. Very nice can. Unlike the rest of these cans, it's got the painted sides, but there is no label. It's all painted. That being said, let's take it over to the Magical Mystery Milk Crate, aka beer desk and chair. See what we get. And I'm done. With this over here, it's a special surprise for later. Perhaps another video. And drink local beer. Yes, I like to. Anything by the big brewers is rubbish. Budweiser, Miller. But I digress. Let's see what get this into a can. Give it a moment to rest. All right. We'll give it an aggressive pour. Those bubbles out. Rather have the bubbles in the glass than inside my stomach. Hefeweizens used to be my beer of choice 20 years ago when I lived in Florida. I would go to Orlando Brewing Company. They had a wonderful unfiltered Hefeweizen and a filtered Hefeweizen. And it was at that time I learned the difference. The unfiltered was more cloudy. It's too early to tell. You can see that's cloudy. And had a better taste from the unfiltering effect, leaving the sediment in the kegs. That was one of the beers they had on keg. And yes, I still have the glass. Perhaps I'll feature it later today or tomorrow. But enough waffling about that. Let's see what happens here. Fine bubbles, except for a few large craters. Give it a sniff. Sniff. I don't know if I like the smell. That smells. But some things taste better than they smell, especially with beer. A nice whitish can with red and black. Maybe a testament back to the German heritage. Don't know. Still some in there. We'll come back to that. We'll have the before and the after shaking of the settlement Settlement? Not settlement, sediment. Here we go. The smell? Slightly hoppy, like an IPA, slightly. And I can smell the malty and the bready. And yes, the touch of fruit. I don't know what kind of fruit. Nice air freshener it would make, yes. Like you're coming home after a hard day's work, walking into the house and smelling this. It's a possibility. Cheers. Go for the taste. Not bad. As it's a Hefeweizen, it has that slight banana-y taste, which I do like. The head is dissipated. It is cloudy, so hopefully it's unfiltered. One more sip, just to make sure. Yeah, it's all right. Not my type of beer. Well, maybe it is more than the IPA. IPA is definitely a summerish when it's 95 degrees out and you're cutting the grass with no shoes on. You want the IPA for its fruitiness and fruit juice appeal. Now let's see about this sediment, if there's any in there. I don't know. Up to the light. It's my finger you see tapping on the back. And yes, this is the Martin City pint glass. Another local favorite of mine. I would say KC Bier Co and Martin City are my two favorite local breweries in the Kansas City area. Followed by what? Three Trails possibly. And then Boulevard. Boulevard has been absorbed by InBev, I think. But I'm not sure. Maybe not InBev. But Boulevard has turned into it used to be a nice little local brewery. And they kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then somebody noticed them from overseas, I think. And bought them. And they've gone downhill from there. They no longer make anything really good. But it's a nice day trip if you're in the Kansas City area to go visit the Boulevard Brewery. They have a nice little history of beer display. You get to see how they make the beer, bottle the beer, can the beer, and they have a very nice, how do I say, indoor beer garden with long picnic tables and a nice little patio. Even in the wintertime when it's freezing, I like to go outside for a few minutes to sit out in the crisp 0-degree air, watch the snow fall over the city. But back to this. This is good. The bubbles have dissipated once again, and now we're on to the sedimented. Is that another word I've invented? Sedimented. Yep. Nope, come back here. Sorry. It's okay, it's okay. Alright. Now, with an extra touch of sediment from the bottom of the can, I will say, yes, you can taste the difference. A little bit of sediment makes. It's more banana-y. Banana-y is not one of my invented words. Not like the sedimented. But the beer in it itself, standalone Hefeweizen, apparently unfiltered, nice and cloudy. Hopefully I'm correct. Doesn't really say on the can if it's unfiltered or not. Government warning, piffed. Never trust the government. Produced and packaged by KC Bier Co, Kansas City, Missouri. Actually in Waldo. I don't know if I could live in a town named Waldo. Maybe I could. It's a nice little town. But any town with a brewery is a town I'm good for. Yes, I'll give this a solid 4 out of 5. Sometimes it's hard because you want to give it a rating based on your previous experience and what you like and what you dislike. But Hefeweizens, better than the IPAs, but not as good as the porters and the Carol Latour. I'll give this a solid 4 out of 5 pints. I know it says Martin City. Keep trying to keep that hidden. There you go. Drink local beer. Any beer I have in my hand is local. I seem to drink a lot of that. There you have it. A KC Bier Co. Hefeweizen. Low ABV at 5.2. Again with the 13 IBUs. Bready, malty, slightly fruity with that banana aftertaste. Not bitter. A solid 4 out of 5. If you can find it, buy it. Especially this time of year. It's not as heavy as the porters and the stouts, but it's not as fruity and eye-opening as the IPAs. A good Hefeweizen. Good job, KC Bier Co. Thanks for watching. Keep hoarding beer. Cheers. That's all for now. Bye-bye.